Hey everyone, Peter here. A bit of a special treat today on this week's vlog. I think we're calling them vlogs by now. We've got a friend learning a fingerboard, and he's using a tech deck that I gave him. We need to fix it because it's not the best. Nothing wrong with tech decks. Tech decks are pretty awesome. Stock tech decks, there's some room for improvement. So we're going to take this guy here and kind of just do a quick little hack on it. We're going to put on some foam grip. I think I'll probably put on some pivot cups. Not going to switch out the bushings or the wheels for bearing wheels. I don't think we need to get there just yet, but I think foam grip's definitely going to help. So I'm going to go get the camera set up in the other room, and we will work on that. See you guys then. So here we are, sitting at the little workbench here, little workstation, and this is the board right here. We are going to be taking this tech deck and turning it into a little bit better fingerboard. Now there's a whole tech deck fingerboard, blah, 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 blah. A fingerboard is a fingerboard, and a tech deck can be a fingerboard, I think, personally. So let's get these hacks going here, huh? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take out all these screws. Those are in there super good. Factory tight screws. So we're not going to fully deck this thing out. All the screws tapped out there. Flip that over. Get all those out. Oh, one didn't come out. There we go. There's our board. Now, there's nothing fully wrong with grip tape like what this board has here. So this is like the sandpaper stuff. But sometimes your fingers just don't grip it as well as foam. So we're going to go ahead and switch those out. First thing you want to do is get this stuff off. Now, old tech decks used to have a raised lip, and then the grip tape would go right inside of that lip. But they have changed their boards, and now it actually is flat and flush. Let's see if we can't get this all off here in one go, huh? Literally just stuck on there. I'll say this, it's easier to pull off than real grip tape. If you've ever re-gripped an actual skateboard, you'll know what I'm talking about. What's up with that color there? What the heck? Broken plastic almost, or something. There we go. Got most of the glue off. I'm not too worried about that. Go stick this on something. So the boards now are actually more flat. The lips are gone. It's just a flat surface. Well, you got the concave in there, which is kind of oddly shaped. It is very defined, as you can see in there. It's not like a smooth transition. It's flat in the middle, and then these kind of convex shapes going on there. So the next step now is we're just going to put the foam grip right on there, and hopefully I can keep this all on camera here. Look at this corner peeled off. Oh my gosh. Doesn't have to be anything super precise. Everyone does this a little bit differently, just like with the normal skateboards. This feels so weird putting foam grip on a tech deck, but back in the day they actually did make tech deck expert skates, they were called, that came with foam grip, and I have one still. And the foam grip is still the original stuff, and it is dried out and just the slick foam now. Do I have anything I could roll over this? We don't need to do this, but some people use their skateboard. Just use the wheel like that. Make sure that it's on there. I'm going to say that that is 100% definitely pushed on there. So now all we're going to do, unlike normal grip tape where you cut it, all you got to do for this is just go around the edge and just file it. This is so weird doing this with plastic, but I'm going to go ahead and go around the whole board there. You kind of do that with the first step of using the grip tape on a skateboard. You file it and then you cut it. This time with foam, all we have to do is just file it. So I'm just going to get that finished here real quick. Okay, so there we go. We got that all finished. So I'm going to flip it over the back here. Not a big deal, but that all just kind of pulls away now. And there we go. That is a foam gripped tech deck. Not the greatest, but it'll work. There we go. Oh, that's already going to feel a lot better. Next step here is we're going to take a screwdriver, if I've got one. We'll take this little flathead screwdriver. Oh, that's right. I got to hold this one. Yeah. My Leatherman's a little messed up. But we're just going to take this and just poke all the holes like you would on a normal skateboard. Poke them on through like that. And you want to make sure you got something smaller than the holes, otherwise you're going to be messing with the screws a little bit. No matter how tight you get them on the trucks, it might still move around a little bit. There we go. It should be 8 holes there. Did I forget one? Nope. Okay. So from there, what we can do is we can take our screwdriver, just kind of open those holes up a little bit. Now there are some people where all they'll do is just leave the trucks on and grip right over them. I kind of like putting the holes in there. Makes it a little more authentic, I guess. Now you could probably skip the part where I poked the holes in and kind of just guess where the holes are. But I find this makes it a little bit easier. There we go, so we got our holes there, and now we can go and put the trucks back on. And we got one more step that I want to do with these. Should just be able to put these screws all in. Whoops. My fingers got some of the tape on them, so they're a little sticky. The foam should hold those screws in place. Now you might still have some gunk in there from the foam. Might want to get that out. And then I'm getting fibers from the towel here. But these look like some pretty beefy screws, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, you can see some of the little bits of foam left over. Line up our trucks. And then I should just be able to get all these pushed in here. And I don't like to crank them down too tight, but you know, get them pretty snug in there. I always go cross. I never go around, I always go cross. So there's that step. And this is pretty much done. This would be fine just like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some pivot cups in just to help stabilize it a little bit more. The bushings I actually don't hate. These have gotten a lot better over the years. Let's see if I can even get this out of here. So the bushings used to be this really soft yellow plastic, and just by using them, it would just get worse and worse and worse. The new white ones seem to be working a little bit better. So we got a little tuning kit there. I'm not going to put the bushings in, just the pivot cup stuff there. So I've never fully used this stuff before, but I think all you do is you just put it on the truck like that, and then you just snip off down at the bottom. I think that's it. So I think literally all we do. Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. There we go, so that's one truck done. You can see that little black spot there. That's the pivot cup. And then I do have the truck a little loose, so that's why this one's still moving. Same drill on that side. Little pivot cup stuff going on there. Line it up, get the bushing back on. There you go, and that's a partially hacked tech deck right there. Something else you could do would be to switch out the bushings for the little rubber O-rings and the washers, and switch these out for bearing wheels. I'm not too worried about that right now, but let's go try some tricks with this thing. So here we are. This video is the next day. I didn't like the footage that I had shot with the board, so we're gonna go ahead and reshoot it. Get a couple flip tricks, maybe something on this rail here, just to show you how nice and grippy this is, and it performs just like a normal wooden fingerboard would. Just the fact that it's plastic, I think, deters some people, but it works pretty good. Let's see if we can't get a really steezy kickflip here. Ooh, that one is pretty steezy. A little backside flip. Now, see how close to my fingers this nollie stays. Wasn't the greatest. I'm trying to keep it in camera here, which is, you know, right about here-ish. But I would definitely say this grips the fingers a little bit better. Get a little more control. Softer on the fingers for sure, but you get some nice moves there. Let's try some slides now here, huh? How about a switch front blunt? Kick flip back or front board. Nice and grippy, as you guys can see. That's kind of the whole point here. I'm not trying to get too deep into tricks. Just to show you that it does grip the fingers a little bit better, so you have a little more control, especially in the air, which I really like. Let's say you were going for like a nollie front lip. It wasn't the cleanest looking, but I'm also trying to keep this all tight shot here. But as you can see, I got up and then I had to, well, first off, nollies themselves are pretty hard. Tricky, I should say. They can be kind of tricky. But then to get it up and then back over, that's, you know, I'm gonna attribute some of that to the grip being the foam stuff here. So I think that'll about cover it here. One other thing to point out about the plastic decks that I kind of like is the fact that it's sort of like an Everslick technology, if you guys remember that. Libtech also made some boards back in the day where it had a plastic bottom layer, bottom ply, instead of the wood. So you wouldn't have to whack stuff as much. Like, look at that is pretty buttery right there, which I kind of like. All right, so there you have it. Just a little short video setting up a, well, not even setting up a fingerboard, just kind of hacking a tech deck, getting that foam grip on there. It is a lot better than it was. Even I was having trouble doing tricks just with the grip tape, just because it's not as grippy as the foam grip, which does make a huge difference. You can get foam grip online, go on eBay, go find a web store, just foam fingerboard grip. Get a whole bunch of it, pretty cheap, nothing too expensive. It'll last quite a while. If all you can get is a fingerboard or a tech deck instead of like a fingerboard with bearings and the bushings and all that stuff, just go to your store, get a tech deck, buy some foam grip. That alone is going to make it so much better. That's all I really got for you today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a comment down below, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, all that fun stuff. Get out there, do something productive with your day, make somebody smile, stay hydrated. See you guys next time.